Welcome back to Comic Talk. I'm Brandon from The Collectors.
I'm Steve from ActionNerd.com.
And today we have a special episode.
It is kind of a special one and kind of a long. It's more comics than we've done in a while, which is good. Even though we've got the release and I wore a Venom shirt, which I'm not a big fan of Venom.
I wore a Wolverine shirt and I'm a big fan of Wolverine.
So that works out. I haven't seen the movie. I'll probably wait for it to stream, but
it's got terrible reviews.
Oh, has it?
Yes. I'm still going to see it though.
Oh yeah, because I mean, Norman Reedus is supposed to be Null in it, right?
Yeah,
for
they
5
said that,
seconds.
Yeah, they said that's all. Everything you see in the trailer of Null is what you see in the movie.
Oh, geez. So how do we know it's really him?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's not good at all. So it's approaching Halloween.
It is.
And you do your annual Halloween costume contest, right?
The Collector's Costume Contest,
yeah.
Yes.
So tell me about that. How's that work? How can I win?
Very simple. All you got to do is come in store in costume.
Yeah.
Let us take a picture of you. We'll post it online. And I've selected 3 special judges. They're going to select a winner on November 1st.
Perfect.
And they get $100 in store credit.
Ooh, $100?
$100.
That's a lot.
That is.
You could buy out that whole table.
Yep.
Really? I didn't know it was that much. That's good. $100. Yeah. So just come in with your costume on.
Mm-hmm.
You get a picture, post on the website. You got judges. November 1, somebody comes back for $100.
That's right.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. I think that's great. Speaking of Halloween, you're a movie fan.
Oh, man.
And I've been watching horror movies galore. My wife is now on the YouTube channel with me called Shuddering, and we do movies because of you, thanks to you, with Low Lives.
Oh, yeah.
We watch these Shudder originals and Tubi originals.
Oh.
So we've done The Oddity, we've done Daddy's Head, and we just did last night The Last Exit. You've got to see it.
Wow. These could all be adult video. I'm just saying.
I tried to skip right through the whole Daddy's Head thing, but no, you had to pick up on that. Not safe for work show. That's our show today. That's why it's special.
Exit. Come on, there's all kind of stuff, man. I don't know.
Let's try to. Well, the other one is stop motion, and we're doing that today.
Well, how about that?
All right. So these are not those kind of movies. Although they are mature, R-rated. Although I don't remember any naked stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, there wasn't any naked stuff, so that's good. And we're going to do Low Lives, which I thank you for that one because I've told everybody about that. So check out ActionNerd.com and Action Nerd Network on YouTube. We've got those reviews going on. You've got your review podcast still.
That's right. We just released the episode of Stephen King's It, the TV miniseries.
Oh,
special.
good. I haven't seen that yet. Or listened to it yet.
We just released that, and we are preparing. In November, we're going to do Home Alone.
I've never seen it.
What?
I've never seen it.
Oh,
yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
That's what they say. We'll see. I'll stick with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Let's see. I wanted to talk about these again. Now, remember over in the comics, you've got these little Action Nerd stickers. And if they're on the back of a comic and you go through them and you find it,
that's right.
That comic's yours for free.
It's yours.
Brandon's stepping it up.
Stepping it up.
He's going to put these on toys, pops, toys, action figures. So, you never know what.
Ooh. Just for an example, this is Khonshu. This is not one of the one that's going to be free. But they have these little Windows boxes here, and you can see behind the characters. So I'm going to slide one of these stickers in there behind the character. And if you see it, that's your pop.
That's awesome. So there's a stack of stickers. He's going to be placing them around. That's going to be awesome. I say, let's move on to what we read in the 3x3, which is now turned into 18 by 24.
Oh, yes.
3x3. All right.
Okay.
It's all yours.
So I've had plenty of time to read.
If that's the stack you read, we're going to be here a couple hours.
I'm going to try to go a little faster.
No,
but
take your time.
Okay. Well, first up is absolutely Wonder Woman.
Yep, read it too.
Absolutely loved it.
Okay? Oh, wait. Yes. Time out.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. This is not your regular Princess Diana. This lady is a killer. Okay, she's come out, the first scene, she's slicing demon heads off.
Yeah.
And she's like, they go back to her past and see how she was raised. She wasn't raised on the mascara like the normal Wonder Woman. This one has been raised by the, what is she, a seer, Circe.
Yeah.
And she's been taught magic, and they're some birds living in here, so
Oh, I was
don't worry
gonna
about
say
that.
you got birds or mice or demons or what?
But yeah, dude, she's a lot more ruthless, it seems, than the regular Wonder Woman.
Really? You know, I want to look at something because I took a note. Never mind. You know what? Let me
Tell me
let me
about it.
tell you. Okay,
Let's
so
talk to me about it.
it's written by Kelly Thompson. Art was Hayden Sherman, which I've never heard of him. The art was okay though. It was
Yeah,
kind of
that's fine.
cool. It reimagines like all these absolutes doing, are reimagining the character.
Yeah.
You got Bruce Wayne, poor,
But
not the
beefy.
same thing, but yeah.
He's beefy.
I haven't seen what Superman's thing is yet. I
Not
don't know.
yet. I'm ready.
But yeah, a total different a beginning and existence for Diana. It's a hell environment she's in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I just thought it was emotionally really good, but I thought it lacked like the story, or it was just too boom off. Like you said, boom, she started chopping people
Yeah,
up.
yeah. She's right
So
into
I
it.
didn't know like if they're going to go back and talk a little bit about more about what she's doing or where she came from. It just didn't fall from. It didn't capture me like absolute Batman.
It did give me a Disney Herculean vibe in the beginning because you know she was sent down as a baby, and Circe is trying to decide whether to raise her or just let her die. And one of these snakes comes up, and Circe's like, "Well, I guess the gods are going to take her out anyway." But then she ends up as a baby grabbing this snake and just like flopping him
See, now
somewhere
that
else.
I thought was cool. That's when I thought, oh, this is gonna be cool. And then
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to give up on it though. I am. These absolute titles are intriguing. It just, I was really leveling it against Batman, and Batman. Just
Oh yeah,
was
Batman's
amazing.
pretty good.
Cool.
Up next is DC Horror Presents.
Read that too.
Yeah, this one was a iffy.
Yeah,
Because the first story was good.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I
The
said.
first story was very good. There was a twist in there. They even had the DC tie-in. So unlike the movie The Joker, this actually had DC characters in it. So it was pretty good. And the second story was kind of lackluster.
That's right. That's exactly what I said too. The first one was good. The art, it's almost like they're like cheapening the art. They're not like going all out on it. They're throwing it together. This is another horror anthology. And my God, we've talked about that all summer. EC came out with Cruel Universe and Epitaphs. We got DC Horror. We got Creepshow, one of the originals. Everybody's getting into this mix. And I mean, why not concentrate a little bit on the art instead of just the covers? And then the stories. I agree. Crypt of Shadows, another one, right?
Yep. Speaking of those anthologies,
Yeah.
the Marvel version is Crypt of Shadows.
Yep.
And I felt like they went kind of light on this one.
I do too.
I felt like they could have been a little darker. I mean, it's Crypt of Shadows. Come on.
Yeah.
Last year was Doctor Strange's brother. He was trapped in the mirrors of the Sanctum Sanctorum, and he was telling us stories. This year it is Agatha Harkness, and she's telling us stories from kind of this orb where she's.
You better tell a
monitoring.
story, get better ratings.
Yeah, because the first one, it was okay.
Yeah.
Just okay.
Yeah, I didn't even put on my list. It was that.
What up next is I was able to get the first Creep Show in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it.
Good.
I think I talked about this before. It was, it could have been better, but it was okay.
Yeah.
Number 4 of Chitara.
Now, is this the girl that's Lionel's mom?
Kind of. They're kind of putting that into reference. Like, I don't know what happened to actual Lionel's mom, but she is messing around with the dad. I mean, not like
Not
messing
safe
around,
for work show.
but like they're in love, and so she's kind of adopted Lionel as her own.
Okay.
So it's kind of different than the old series. She's taken up the stepmom role. I got to protect Lionel. He's my cub type thing. Instead
And
of
he's still little in this?
this in Chitara, yes, because
Okay.
this is back on Thundera before they even left, before they blew up.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I would say this one was pretty good.
Okay.
Next up is number 2 of Spirit of Vengeance. Okay, now this
Yeah.
has been very interesting.
Okay.
Issue number one was about one of the Spirit of Vengeance. He was stuck on this farm as a scarecrow, and he's been away from the host that he's supposed to be with, and he's trying to get back to him, but he gets enough power to like take like 4 or 5 steps, and then he just fades out. So he's been trying to get back
Is
to
this
his
number
regular
1?
host.
Okay, so we did number 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is number 2.
Gotcha.
This goes back to Johnny Blaze, not the other Ghost Rider. This one, and Johnny Blaze is actually in the ocean because he hears an innocent soul screaming out for help, and he's going down to the Atlanteans, and he's busting his way through this Atlantean prison because they've wrongly accused and imprisoned an innocent soul. So,
wow.
Yeah, he's going down there to take care of business.
Be a nice guy. What a nice, kind gentleman.
Well, he is
Johnny Blaze.
The spirit of vengeance. Number 3 is the Spider Society.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're not gonna like this because
No.
all the multiverses and all everything. But there's so many different cool variations of Spider-Man in this, and variations of their enemies. And you won't believe who the big bad is in this one.
Donald Duck.
It's a version of Madam Web, but she's Aunt May. Yeah. It's
that's kind of
evil
cool.
Aunt May. So
is that her on the cover?
No, that is the Green Goblin. And if you read issue 1 and 2, you'll know that this Green Goblin is actually a version of Gwen Stacy.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I can't keep track of all that.
Yeah.
You youngsters can keep track of all that stuff.
Number 2 of Lethal Protectors. This is a part of the Venom Wars.
Yeah, you love Venom Wars,
with
right?
Silver Sable. It's been going pretty good. I like the variations of different symbiotes on different people.
Yeah.
And Sable has a...
What's Sable's powers?
Oh, I thought she was a real good spy like Black Widow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she actually has powers, but yeah, she's kind of contemplating going back into the spy game or being with her lover, and she's back into the spy game.
Oh,
and she's
who's
got a
her lover?
symbiote.
Kitty Pryde?
No, it's a dude.
Oh.
I think he's a nobody, though. I don't know. He runs a riverboat gambling tour or something.
Oh, Donny Osmond. It was Donny Osmond.
Next is Venom War Carnage, issue number 3. And this one was interesting because Meritus, the evil Eddie Brock, has come back and he's trying to recruit Carnage for a certain job to be by his side, but Carnage is all about Carnage. So he just keeps kind of kill Meridius. And he's spoken to Carnage and he's kind of convinced him, hey, don't you want more? But Cletus Cassidy just wants to have fun and kill people.
Nice.
He don't want to rule the world. He just wants to kill people. So they're having a difference of opinion in this one. It's very interesting.
You liked it?
I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it. Old Carnage there.
You do have a stack.
I told you.
I love it. I think it's
Number
great.
6 of X-Men.
Yeah.
And this one, see, I haven't paid a lot of attention to the old X-Men comics.
Okay.
So I didn't know that Magneto had lost his magnetism.
Okay.
And that's what the new Beast is trying to work on. He mentions that in this one. He's trying to find humans with power manipulation, like the one mutant that could do that on Asteroid M. He was actually helping Magneto, but then he ended up turning on him. Do you remember that guy's name?
No.
If you know, watch X-Men 97 or 96. Really, this is the old one. It was the one mutant that helped. He like boosted Magneto's power, but Magneto became reliant on it.
Yeah.
So he would mention him, but Magneto's like, yeah, I'd rather stay in this chair. But also, they did find a mutant who caused the huge Sentinel to come to the town and hunt them, and it was one of the townsfolk.
Oh, so which X-Men are you like really following? There's Uncanny.
Yep.
There's Exceptional.
Yep.
There's X-Men.
Yep.
What am I missing?
Yep.
You doing them all?
I'm doing them all. X-Force,
good.
X-Factor, X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Mystique, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Wolverine. I got them all. Number 18 of the
Love the
Incredible
cover.
Hulk. Yeah, that is a mean cover right there.
That's good.
This one has been pretty awesome. Hulk is just roaming around hating Banner, and he's found this little girl he wants to protect. She ends up getting turned to this little like totem thing, so he ends up getting her back alive by making a deal with the big evil in this one. And the big evil wants the Hulk's power. So Banner signed an agreement saying that he would exchange Hulk's power for the girl's life.
Oh wow.
Well, Hulk didn't agree to that, so he's trying to break out.
Of course.
Yeah.
Love the cover.
Pissing Hulk off.
So is this a new story or is this something that's been going on?
It's been going on for quite a while, man.
All right.
It's been building up.
Gotcha.
Somebody's been chasing after the Hulk.
Look at that cover.
Yeah, this is X Factor number 3.
Yeah.
And this one's pretty cool because it's Havoc, and he doesn't really know about this group. The manager of the group only wants likes and hits and all that stuff.
Yeah, this is that social media thing.
Yes. And Havoc wants to protect his team. And it's pretty funny because they kind of focus on an immortal mutant here called Granny.
Yeah.
Granny Immortal or Granny, something like that. But she has been through like hell. She lost her husband in a fire. She went on a plane trip with her son and their family, and they all died. And she keeps surviving. So she ends up finding out she's a mutant, and she has immortality. So she keeps trying to find ways to die.
Yeah, I was gonna say she doesn't like it though.
Yeah, she wants to die.
Yeah.
But so she has fun completing these missions with X Factor because they're so dangerous.
What's her power?
Immortality.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
she just can't die.
she can't throw a punch, but she can't die.
Yeah.
All right.
Epitaphs of the Abyss.
Yeah.
Number 4.
What do you think?
These are always pretty cool, man. This one had a story about some pearls in there. And this lady with the
and it keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, if she listened to her husband, she got a bit more pearls. But if she didn't listen, it would tighten and then train around her neck. But then she got so long and her life was so unhappy that,
Yeah, I read that too. I liked it. Now they're starting to gather them together a little bit closely rather than just off the wall. This themed around a graveyard. So they're using the EC formula where one of the crypt keepers or whoever tells it the intro and then they go into it. What's interesting is I told you I got my first EC comic. It's called Haunt of Fear. I got my second one. Should be there today or tomorrow. I read it. And what a huge difference between this and what they did. The amount of text, the amount of story on the old 1950s EC comic horror stuff was amazing. They actually, they really tell a story. It's not a typical comic. There's a ton to read. It takes a long time. The story is very, very detailed. The art is very classic because, of course, it's 1950. None of it was done digitally on a computer drafting board. It's really worth checking out. And I know they sell, the trade books and the reprints of it. It's worth looking at and seeing the quality of why these were so popular. I'll give you a copy of it. It's just amazing. Okay. But sorry about that. Interrupt with a little brief plug.
That's all right. Up next is Blade.
Look at that head.
Issue number 1. Yeah, this was a red band, so it's polybagged.
Yeah.
And check this out. We haven't seen Blade since Blood Hunt, and you want to know where he's been at?
He's not going to be in the movie theaters.
That's right.
They canceled that. Yeah.
Terrible. Well, there's only ever been one Blade.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that's your man there, but I guess that whole thing just fell apart.
Yeah, I've heard that Mahashira Ali, the guy who's going to play Blade, is one of the source material type actors. He reads the source material and then...
That acts like it?
Yeah, but then like the director's like, I want to put my own spin on it. Kind of like all the original X-Men movies that sucked.
Yeah.
Let's put them in black leather because I think it'll look better.
Yeah, no kidding.
Give the fans what they want. So it's like Henry Cavill, like with The Witcher. He's a source material type guy. That's why it was so good, because he stays true to the source material. And yeah, I guess they had a lot of trouble with him. Now, this is just what I heard. All speculation and rumor, so it might not be that.
Yeah, you know what really landed well? Daredevil. I thought Daredevil was straight on to where the comics were. They brought the same characters in. I thought they did a great job with that. But you're right. You look at what's happened to Agatha. No one really cares about all this crap. And the X-Men movies, they were fun for those that didn't know what X-Men really was. True. So it was still good that way. But then it wasn't what we as hardcore comic fans or comic X-Men fans we wanted. Then Wolverine came around, and it started to fall, I thought, more on track. Deadpool nailed it.
Nailed it.
Perfect. It's exactly what Deadpool is in the comics. And this last one, Deadpool, Wolverine, nailed both characters perfectly.
I mean, I don't know what's going on in Hollywood, but if you stay on track, like even if you do a scene for scene remake, kind of like The Last of Us was.
Yeah.
It's perfect. That's what we want.
That's why it got optioned.
And you know what the opposite did? Halo. They did the opposite. They were like, hey, I'm going to make my own story with this universe, and we'll see how it goes. It sucked.
There you go.
Quit doing that.
Yeah, just do it as it's written.
Yes.
Dummies.
Please.
Or we're going to come over and do it.
Up next is issue number 18 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Turtles.
Saturday Morning Adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this is awesome. It takes you back. I just get a bowl of cereal and I just read. Just like I was a kid. This is awesome. Yeah, check that out. Up next is number 1 of Alien Romulus. This is a one-shot. The director, who he has a little note in here, and he says that he always wanted to do two things. One was to direct an alien film, and the other one was to make a comic, and that's very specific. But he was able to make a
Oh,
comic
that's
here,
cool.
and he directed Alien Romulus, which was I thought was pretty good.
I heard it was great.
Yeah, and this was a prequel to Alien Romulus.
Was
this year.
prequel to the first movie too. Wasn't
it
Alien
was-
Romulus before Sigourney Weaver's original Alien?
It was after Alien, but before Aliens.
Okay.
So it's in
All right.
between 1 and 2 of Alien.
Gotcha.
But
Glad you fixed that on me.
yeah. So this is a prequel to the Alien Romulus. So
Okay.
this tells you how the ship got there and how wherever it is, doing what it does. It's pretty good.
That's
Check it
very cool.
out. Up next is issue number 3 of Werewolf by Night. And now this
Wow.
this one's polybagged.
Okay.
Because it's pretty brutal, man. The werewolf, he rips people apart in
Yeah.
this. It has been pretty good so far. But after Blood Hunt, something is happening to the moon or him, and his powers are like overcharged, and he can't control the werewolf
Oh,
within.
wow.
So he is destroying like innocent people, and he's trying to lock himself up during the day so that he's prepared for night. And now, what's the monster hunter? Bloodstone. Elsa
Yeah.
Bloodstone
Yeah.
is trying to help him out. And so
Is Moon Knight in there?
yeah, and Moon Knight and Werewolf hate each other.
So Disney Plus has re-released this in color for Halloween for October. Check it out. I thought it was one of my favorites on Disney Plus of the one shots was the Werewolf by Night. I thought it was really well done.
That's true. Up next,
Oh boy.
number 1 of Iron
Oh
Man.
boy.
And Iron Man has just got his company back.
Yep.
But it's a little more politics because it seems like the former director of AIM is taking over, and he's having to fight them to get his company back from making weapons again.
Yes.
Kind of a little political. I wanted to see more Iron Man action, but it has something to do with a little magic in here. So not really up Tony's alley because he's all science.
You know what I wanted to see in it? Good drawing.
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
It sucked. You know what? I'm
Could've
going to
been
try
better.
and pull a picture and throw it up here. There's a picture of Iron Man in his suit in this that looks like it's a spandex leotard. It's horrible art. I mean, what the hell?
Not that good of a story either because it's kind of repetitive.
Yeah.
People taking over Stark Industries.
Good luck.
Eh,
Good luck with that one,
hope
dummy.
it gets better.
Yeah.
But what does get better is issue number 3 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
Yes, the first one focused on Raphael, the second one Michelangelo. This one focuses on Leonardo.
Oh.
and Leonardo is in seclusion, man. He's just trying to find himself. He's kind of tired of killing, so he's buried his katanas. And he's living with these turtles, like on the beach of like some foreign country. I forget what.
Like mutant turtles or
no, just
real turtles?
regular turtles that
Wow.
I think it's like India or somewhere. But the people would bury their dead there. They would cremate them and put them in the water. So the turtles there got used to feeding on the kind of dead water.
Ooh.
So if a body comes washing up, they kind of eat it to pieces, to the bone. And so he's with these turtles, and he's just trying to get
So
them to
this is a
accept him
dark.
into the pack.
All three of these are kind of darker. It's not Saturday morning Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, most definitely not. And then the foot ninjas attack, and he's got to pick up his swords again.
Wow.
So check this out.
There you go.
Yes. X-Force number 4.
Yeah, I love that cover with Man
Oh,
Thing on
man.
it.
Yeah, and Man Thing's in here.
Yep.
Gets a punch in the face. This is pretty good, man. I'm really enjoying this. They're going from city to city, trying to figure out these cataclysmic events and trying to stop them. But they always end up coming up a little bit short
Yeah.
until next issue. And then, yeah, it's been going great.
I really enjoyed this one too. I think the art is really good. It's a fun comic, right?
Yes.
You just go and you have a good time with it. You don't have to think too much. It's rock'em sock'em. I'm not familiar with that character. I've said it before. Tank, the big guy.
Yeah, me either.
And I love him. I think it's
Yes.
a perfect mix of the Hulk with intelligence and some of the other hulking big guys and juggernaut types guys and good stuff.
That's true. Up next is issue number 5 of the Ultimates. And this
Yeah.
one, it introduces Hawkeye or Hawk's Eye.
Hulk's eye.
Yeah, this
New
is
guy?
it's a woman. It's a Native American girl, because Tony is going back to all the people that were supposed to be heroes and didn't get to be heroes. So he's made their weapons or made the situation where they become heroes again, and he's offered it to them. Well, the original Clint Barton has declined it. He threw his suit away and walked away. So he threw that technology away.
Yeah.
So someone come along and picked it up. And she is actually a little more dangerous than the Ultimates are, but she's kind of still fighting on their side.
She's a good person so far.
Yeah, she's still fighting Roxxon and all the bad companies, but she has this cool little quiver that is like some kind of printer, like a 3D printer kind of, and it prints the arrows she needs. So whatever arrow she needs, it just prints. She pulls it out.
Mind control, or she has to say, print the.
I'm not sure. I'm not
print
sure
the
how it
bomb
works.
arrow.
She hadn't said anything, and she just keeps shooting these different arrows.
So is this her first appearance in this issue 5?
This is the first time I've ever seen her.
Okay.
Yeah, and she actually has a battle with Cap. So it's pretty good.
That's cool.
I would say check it out. Up next is
Your
one
favorite.
of my favorite collaborations, the Multiverses #3.
I love this homage to Superman 1, the action one, or whatever it was.
Well, in this one, well, in #2, I'll explain #2. That way I don't spoil this one.
Yeah.
Check out Multiverse #3. And at the end of #2, we thought Brainiac was coming down into the city, but it was actually Rick from Rick and Morty. It was his ship that was coming down, and it was his head, actually. Well, it was Brainiac's ship, but it was imaged as Rick's head. But Rick wasn't on the ship. You have to see what's going on in Multiverse #3. I mean, it's crazy. You got Steven Universe, the Justice League. Bugs Bunny hasn't really been
Tom
in
and
it.
Jerry.
They haven't been in it yet, but there are some crazy characters.
Who's that guy?
That's Jake the dog from Adventure Time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the Wicked Witch from the West is in here.
Wow.
Yeah, so check this out.
You like it?
I love it.
Okay,
I
cool.
thought it's great. It's fun. Next up is #4 of Dark Knights of Steel All Winter. And this one is very interesting because this is a world where everything's Vikings and they're in this black and white winter world, but this one kid has color. He has the green, and he's trying to save the world. And they were actually traveling with, I guess, a version of Batman in the last issue.
Yeah.
Who had laser vision. He said he got his
Deathstroke still in this?
Deathstroke is in this.
Okay.
He's the kind of the main character protecting the boy.
Okay.
But the Batman character is kind of like Superman. I mean, he is a Bruce Wayne, but he says he gets his power from the sun.
Oh,
and
wow.
he has laser vision. It's weird stuff. So check this out, though. Next up, I don't know if you can see it or not, but they gave this nice little white cover of Batman Full Moon.
Is that the glow-in-the-dark cover, I think?
Okay.
Underneath it, yeah.
Well, that must be what it is. Glow in the dark, Batman Full Moon. And this one is very interesting.
I loved it.
Yes.
I loved it.
It was kind of brutal.
Yep.
A lot of sharp claws and blood.
Yeah, werewolves.
Yeah.
Werewolves. It's a very supernatural take. Gotham is under threat with all these werewolves and the criminals. And yeah, I just thought, I mean, there's so many different takes on Gotham and Batman and blah, blah, blah. I thought it did a good job. I think I had wrote down that he questions whether there's a curse linked to his darker side, which I think is what the story's going to revolve around. I don't know. I really loved it. I loved the horror element of it, and I love the artwork in it. I thought this was a must buy.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too.
Yeah, good stuff.
Thumbs up. Up next is an Image comic, The Violator, issue #2. Now, and the first one I told you was about his origin story.
Yeah.
And we're continuing that as he was cast out of heaven and hell. He is on Earth now, and he had fallen into like this ice pit and got frozen. Well, these monks priests have unthawed him.
Yeah.
And he meets up with his first hellspawn. And you get to see how that goes. And this is a Viking hellspawn, man. He's got the axe.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he's looking pretty mean. So you get to see how that goes in this issue #2 of Violator.
So you like that one?
I did. I'm enjoying this, man.
Recommended it.
Yeah,
Cool.
check out the Violator.
Cool.
He is violating
Yeah.
things and stuff. Up next is Batman and Robin.
Love it.
Year 1.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It kind
was.
of gives you a different view of how it started and how Batman, what he's thinking about young Robin being a part of this team and how naive he is and how he's preparing him to be a better crime fighter.
Yeah, it's really about the adoption of him and then them being father and son rather than, you know, in the well, I grew up with the 66 Batman TV series.
Gee willikers.
Yeah, I know. Gee chum and holy, you know, holy bat phone. But yeah, there it wasn't a father-son thing. It was my ward.
Mm-hmm.
And here it's really going more into that. The cool thing is that cover, I have the original artist print signed by Bob Kane hanging in my office of that.
Oh, wow.
So it's a little bit different. They've taken an homage of that. So I bought it just for that reason, but I really, really liked it. And again, it's really about Bruce struggling to be a parent and finding out how I've got to do this while being Batman, while allowing Robin to fight crime. And it's a really good starting spot, I thought, for a book. Now, it's only a 12-issue series, though. So you can get this and just run your 12 issues and get a good story out of it, hopefully.
That's true. Up next is issue number 5
Yeah.
of Destro, and the last issue, actually, before they do the G.I. Joe series. And this was awesome. Awesome finish to the series. I
Good.
thought.
You've loved this one, right?
Yes. Destro he's one of my favorite characters now, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I liked Cobra Commander too, as well, in this series. But Destro, man, he's got a little plan for everything. He's thinking like 5 steps ahead. And he's warring with Zaymont and Tomax, these two brothers.
Looks like Peter Dinkle.
No, that's not him.
Oh.
But he's warring with these guys in their companies, and they're trying to buy him out. Well, he ends up outsmarting them at the end, but says, hey, Cobra Commander's right. We need to team up because they've got these machines coming that can transform, and we need to do this and that and this. So he's forming a team with them, and they're all under Cobra Commander, but he's telling his assistant at the end, he's like, hey,
let's do it.
We're going to let them think we're on their team, but whenever the time is right, I'm taking over. And I was like, yes, that's Destro right there.
That's Destro.
Destro's nobody's
You're like
subordinate.
Destro, right?
Oh, I don't hope not. I hope not. But yeah, check that out, Destro number 5.
That's cool.
And also check out this train schedule.
Yeah.
Because he is right on time.
He's on time. The 30 minutes.
Last one is the latest to come out this week is Creep Show number 2.
All right.
And this one had a kind of a little more predictable story in there with the kids, sleepover, and the vampires.
Wonder what happens.
But the ending was a little different.
Yeah.
So I would say check it out. No spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's worth a read.
Cool.
But that's it for me, man.
Well, we read a lot of the same things, so I'm going to look at some of my notes of what we didn't read together, and I'm still falling in love on the Pathway to Hell. Okay. And again, this is that series. This was number 4. Where it's a samurai girl, kind of a samurai, kind of that era. I forgot if she's really a samurai or whatever, a different study. Launched into this island, remember, with the gunfighter.
Yep.
And they're together. And this is the first episode where it almost gets romantic.
Ooh.
Which, I mean, there's hardly any dialogue with her, but there is with him. They're battling stuff. There's other people on the planet that are or island that are trying to get rid of some guy or something. This is just great action. It's intensely drawn. It's really well written. Just check this out and start at number 1. I think the trade paperback is coming or out now. So definitely pick up Falling in Love on a Pathway to Hell. Wolverine number 2.
Wolverine number 2?
Yeah. Faces a young Wendigo. Remember Wendigo?
Yes.
Okay. So he faces a young one, and it revolves around this young Wendigo who, I guess you become a Wendigo if you
eat human flesh.
That's right. Cannibalize. So yeah, I'm glad you know that stuff. And so he wants to stay hidden, and he loses control and starts attacking. Well, Logan wants to intervene. He doesn't want to fight him, but he has to. Anyways, they start getting together, and I just think that there was potential that there could be a team up.
Maybe.
With this. We'll see. We'll see. I'm loving the Wolverine thing. I think it's great, so I'm anxious to see what happens with it. Prairie Gods was number 2. Now, I talked about Prairie Gods number 1 last time. That was the one where the guy, another horror anthology type thing. And the first one was the guy who wanted to drag race and win. And that's all he wanted to do. And he drag races, and at the end, he finds out he was just racing the devil, which was his demon. Okay? So then this next one is the same type of thing, but don't waste your time.
Oh, okay.
So, God, everybody's on this horror anthology kick or multiple story kick, and great, but have each story great. Both of us are seeing first story's great or the second story's great, but why not make them all great? And let's give that a shot. You talked about Epitaphs of the Abyss, so I won't bother with that one. Uncanny X-Men 4, did you read that?
What happened in there?
That's where Rogue faces against the Hag.
No, I haven't read that.
So I won't spoil it for you.
Yeah,
Get it. It's really, really good. Rogue has new powers. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
So check that out. I think the art is David Marquez. You know it's going to be good on that one. Here is my don't ever waste your time on this comic book for the year.
Oh, wow.
This is called The Last Delivery #1, and it is long as hell. And it felt like you are reading hell and in hell while you read it.
It was a punishment.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's about a young parcel delivery kid. Okay. He's not a kid. He looks like kind of like a turtle, or I don't know. And he goes through all these different rooms of chaos, and he gets beat the hell out of, tortured, all kinds of stuff to deliver this package to the resident. And I'll tell you, I bet you it's 30-minute read.
Oh, wow.
Please, God, give me my 30 minutes back. It was horrible. It's called The Last Delivery #1. Stay away. If you like it, please convince me. I must have missed something because it was just not good. DC Horror Presents, we both read that. We both agreed on how that first story was really good. Absolute Wonder Woman, we talked about that one. And that's it for me. That's it. I mean, I love what you got.
Yeah, that was
that's our 3x3, or actually stack to stack. So we'll be right back with that.
Well,
I think it's time to cue the music for some trivia for you.
here we go.
Let's go.
Lock it in.
Okay. 10 trivia questions about DC Comics, because it's been a big DC month.
Okay.
Justice League.
All right.
Ready?
I'm ready for it.
Which iconic villain did the Justice League first face in their debut appearance?
Darkseid.
No, Starro the Conqueror. Remember that giant starfish?
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah,
man.
that thing was good. Who were the original 7 founding members of the Justice League? Now you can get this.
The Flash.
Yep.
Batman.
Yep.
Superman.
Yep.
Wonder Woman.
Yep.
Green Lantern.
Yes.
The one guy. Cyborg.
No.
No Cyborg. Shazam.
No.
Okay, all right. We're messing up here. Wait a minute. Green Arrow.
No. He is green though.
Martian Manhunter.
Yes.
And Aquaman.
Aquaman, that's perfect. In which comic issue did the Justice League make their first appearance?
Which comes that would be Justice League #1.
No, Brave and the Bold, number 28, 1960. Which member of the Justice League is known as King of Atlantis?
It's a tough one.
Yeah, green.
I'm gonna go with Aquaman.
You are correct.
Yes.
What is the name of the satellite headquarters? The satellite
Watchtower.
that orbits Earth and serves as Justice League base. You are correct.
Yeah.
Who created the Justice League both in the universe and as the comics writer?
In universe.
I didn't know this.
Would that be Superman?
No, Gardner Fox. I guess it's the actual guy that created it.
Oh.
Okay.
The actual writer, I have no clue.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In the animated series, which I love, Justice League Unlimited,
Okay.
who is the main villain that manipulates events behind the scenes in the early season?
Is that Vandal Savage?
That is Lex Luthor,
Oh,
it's the wrestler.
Oh, okay.
What is the name of the team formed by Batman to counteract the Justice League in case they become a threat?
Oh, that the Bat Family?
Count Chocula.
Quit playing.
The Justice League of America, sometimes referred to as the Outsiders.
What?
I didn't know that.
That's
You know,
what,
so there's that comic, The Batman and the Outsiders.
Metamorpho or something
I
like
think
that?
so.
And then
the purple and orange.
Katana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? They're
Okay.
supposed to fight the Justice League?
I guess. In case there's some problems.
I guess.
Which Justice member uses a power ring that can create hard light constructs?
The Green Lantern.
That's correct. Final answer. Final question. Final question.
You got it.
Which speedster from the Justice League is known for his connection to Sheldon Cooper?
Flash?
That is correct. I just added it.
Okay.
And that's our Dare You Curve.
Oh, yeah.
We're supposed to throw you off. So let's go to our top 20 countdown real quick. It's under 8 minutes. It'll show you the top 20 trending comics right now. After you watch it, come down here or call Brandon and order these up.
Let's go.
Before they go to the top 10. So we're going to do the top 10 and the bottom 10. So that's 20. We'll see it right back. Hey everyone, it's Steve, and this is time for the fastest comic book countdown there is. Let's start with number 1. Absolute Batman is back. Issue number 1, the regular cover, Nick Dragata, came out October 9th, 2024. Raws are selling for $15. The slabs that got slabbed are 9.8, are $100. Absolute Batman's going to tear up this countdown, and so is a lot of New York Comic Con. Up next at number 2 is Spawn, issue 357. Now this is the Marcelo Tolanda Vargas 2024 New York Comic Con retailer thank you, signed by Todd McFarlane. Raws are $475 on this one. Amazing. And you're going to see a lot of New York Comic Con on here. Next up, Todd McFarlane again. This is the Peach Momoka 2024 New York Comic Con Spectral Comics, signed by Todd McFarlane, limited to 500. Raws are going for $290, and it says a 9.8 was already slabbed at $398. Maybe it's a pre-sale for that one, but there we go. Peach doing some Spawn. Up next is Wolverine, issue number 1, 2024 New York Comic Con. This is the Magic the Gathering edition. Came out October 18th, 2024. Raws are going for $150. You're going to see another one of these Magic the Gathering things coming up also. Now let's go back to Absolute Batman again. This is issue 1. Javier Fernandez, New York Comic Con, the Comic Corner, Akira homage. It's limited to 1,000. Raws are going for $250. And what's strange is it says a 9.8 sold for $135. So I don't know if that was a pre-sale or what. Then we got the Sensational She-Hulk number 1. This is Mirka and Dolfo, new champions. Came out October 18th, 2023. Raws are selling for $25. A 9.8 slab sold for $200. Now, Marvel's Whatnot trading packs. These 2024 trading packs, they're sealed, 9 in a box. They're selling for $236 raw. I saw them for $550 going on Whatnot. This is crazy, but hey, if you love that kind of trading pack stuff, go for it. Next up is The Lot, issue number 1 from Bad Idea, July 14th, 2021. Raws are $18. A 9.8 is $61, and I don't see any reason why that's up there. So if you know, please let me know. That is The Lot, issue number 1. Next up, at number 9, The Exorcism at 1600 pen. This is issue number 1, Stephanie Hahn's cover. It's a 1-in-10 ratio. They're selling for $15. This, I'm hearing a lot of buzz on this one. So if you've read it, let me know how it is. I think I might check this one out. Daredevil, issue 14 is at number 10. You're going to see some more Daredevil. This is the Peach Momoka New York Comic Con Marvel Unlimited Virgin copy. Raws are selling for $52. Peach doing Daredevil now. Up next at number 11 is the Fantastic Four, issue 13. This is a Greg Land New York Comic Con. It's from the Next Big Thing panel. So this was released October 17th, 2024. Raws are selling for $50, and it's got the whole Doom vibe going on it. That's cool. Greg Land does some great stuff. Up next is another Magic the Gathering edition homage. Now, this is Storm, issue number 1. Again, from the New York Comic Con. Raws for this one, listen to this, selling for $140 for a raw of that Magic the Gathering edition of Storm, issue number 1. Daredevil back on it, issue 14. This is John Tyler Christopher, New York Comic Con Radar edition. This is October 17th, 2024. Really cool looking cover. It's got that dizzy, make you dizzy look thing. The raws are selling for $71. It is a virgin cover. Looks great. That is really, really cool. Number 14, Daredevil again. This is issue 14, David Mack, 2024 New York Comic Con, the Marvel Fanfare Panel edition. And this is selling for $64 raw. Came out October 21st, 2024. This next one is Ash Cans. So it's Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Superman, Ash Can flip book. That's why you see it in black and white and then the two covers next to each other. At number 15, now this one's selling for $45 raw. And listen, this Absolute Superman comes out like Absolute Batman. I'm going to be a fan. Next up, Absolute Batman, issue 2. Now this is an Ash Can also, came out New York Comic Con, so October 16th, 2024. The raws of this Ash Can is selling for $38. Absolute Batman issue number 2 at 16. At 17, Absolute Batman issue 1. Philip Tan, 2024 New York Comic Con, from the Comic Mint KRS Comics, Detective Comics 27 Homage, and it's black and white inks, limited to just 85 of them. So guess what? That price is $444 raw. Wow. Lilith at 18, issue number 1 from Sean Gordon Murphy, 2024 New York Comic Con, limited to just 300. Came out October 17, 2024. Raws are selling for $90. $90. All right. Let's go to number 19. Another Spawn, issue number 1 reprint. Limited to 1,000. Todd McFarlane, Big Time Collectibles, and Mocha Art Mexican foil. Now this raw is 85, and this of course reprints the first Spawn with all those first appearances. Finally, and still sticking on the list, is Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes special, issue number 1 from Geraldo Sandoval. Came out October 2nd, 2024. First full appearance of Phantasma. Raws are just $13. A 9.8 recently sold for $70. That is your top 20. That's the fastest countdown. We'll see you later. All right, that's our top 20 countdown. Hey, there's some good stuff on there, but it was dominated by New York Comic Con stuff, which you can't get it. I mean, you can buy it on eBay, and it's ridiculous. Also, those Whatnot comic booster packs. Did you see that?
No.
So much like this Magic thing, they're comic sized, and you open them up, and there's chance for a 1 in 24 made comic foil, all through Marvel. They're insane price, $550 for a booster pack.
Whoa!
I saw them. Now, typically they're going for $200, but they were crazy. So that was the big things here. Peep show. Now we're not going to the slab vault because we're going to do a peep show next week. I'm picking up or getting the my slabs are ready. Don't know the grades yet of the New Mutants 98, and there's 8 of them. So I'm hoping for some 9/8s in this. We'll see. We'll reveal that next week on Slab Vault. I see you have mystery boxes.
Yep.
They're replenished.
They are.
Come on down for $20 to get those. Let's talk Pops. What you got?
Pops. Well, we were on the alien theme earlier, so thought I'd keep it going with a little Ripley here.
Oh, that's cool. Or a mummy.
Ripley in the spacesuit.
Does she look like a mummy, though?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the spacesuit they designed. This is the Alien 40th Anniversary special pop here. You can check that out.
Cool.
And then also...
I like that. That's
yes.
you know what hides in that is the balloon, though.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
it
there's-
balloon.
it's
You
up
can
in
barely
there.
see it, but that's cool.
It's up in there if you can get a little good view
Yeah.
there.
See
And
that?
it's Stephen King, and he's holding a book, and he's also holding his little balloon there from It.
Yeah. Check
So,
out Real Wills.
Yeah, Real Wills.
Real Wills.
Real Wills.
I still like that pop.
You like Khonshu, huh?
Yeah, that looks cool.
The god Khonshu from the series Moon Knight.
Yeah, very good stuff. Very good stuff. So don't forget to like and subscribe. We're at 169 subscribers.
Wow.
Thank you. And we've got the stickers going on mystery pops or possibly toys. Just you got to come down here.
That's true.
This is a great shop in Lebanon, just off the square on Maple Street. And Brandon's here, and he'll talk to you about all this stuff. He's very knowledgeable, as you can see. But this stack of comics, you got new comic book day happened on Wednesday, so there's some replenish, some good stuff. I've got to pick up. I picked up a couple from you in my box, in my subscription box.
Yep.
You got to do the subscription box. He has them ready for you. Look at this. Ready for me, bagged and boarded, and they are in great shape, and they're right back there. There's a lot of people in that box. A lot of people are getting done on subscription. So talk to Brandon about getting your subscription done. I guess that's it. Did I have anything I missed?
Did you
Costume contest?
Yeah, that's still going live.
Okay,
That's
we're
still
doing
going
that.
live.
I guess that's it. Anything
You
else?
wanna watch anything?
What did I watch? Well, I watched those horror movies.
Okay.
The Last Exit.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not going to name all those names again. Then we're going to have to put a restricted thing on this, explicit.
I started a Warlock. Old
Warlock?
80s horror movie, yeah, called Warlock.
Who's in that?
I don't know.
Was it any good?
I only started it. It was 80s, so I can't be like, oh, it was bad production. But it was 80s, so
Yeah.
it was something. And
Were you even born in the 80s?
No, I wasn't. But I thought it was decent. I'm going to finish it and see how it goes. But I did watch Evil Dead again, the original.
Oh,
I watched
so
that.
good.
I think I talked about that last
Yeah.
time. And then, I don't know, I've been trying to go through some older ones and check those out because my kid likes watching horror movies now. Not the newer, scarier stuff like Demon Possession, Conjuring.
Yeah.
I've been watching the Annabelles and get through the Conjuring verse without him. But
Yeah.
those old stuff, yeah, he's fascinated by the fake blood and all that crap.
Oh, that's cool. So my daughter and I finished up our series. So 7 hours
Wow.
on YouTube. But we broke it down from the horror movies of this by decades. So 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and finished it off with the 2020s. And there's some good stuff. It was fun to go back and see, like in the 70s and 80s, how important it was for the trailer. Because you could only see the trailers for those scary, scary ones at the movie theater. They didn't necessarily show those on television. There we go. Another train today. But check those out on our channel. There's some good stuff up there. Check out Shudder. We subscribe to Shudder and we love it now. And then also Tubi, the originals. We're going to check out one called Mads, Madds, shot on an iPhone.
Okay.
And it's really getting some good reviews on it. It's found footage, one of
Okay.
those like Blair Witch and all that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So we'll see what that looks like.
That's interesting.
We've just been all about horror. I'm telling you, if there's one to see right now, two to see: Stop Motion and The Last Exit.
Okay.
And make sure you're on the right thing for The Last Exit. It's a Tubi,
Yes.
not
On
Booby.
Tubi.
It's Tubi.
Well, speaking of going too long, it was two series.
Oh,
It was a part
yeah.
one, part two, and they combined it. And dude, that was a long.
And it
We Real
wasn't
Reels
worth it, was
episodes.
it?
I guess you'll have to find out at the end of We Real Reels.
I'm going to go check that out
But I
today.
think we're going to do for longer movies like that. I think we're going to start doing a part one and part two. That way we can.
Oh, so you sat through the whole thing
yeah.
on the podcast?
Well, we don't really watch it while we do the podcast.
Yeah.
We just go through the scenes, but we went through every scene.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's a long podcast, but from now on, we're going to do a part one, part two.
Yeah.
And then that way we can focus more on detail because I feel like we kind of rushed it this time.
Well, that makes sense.
But there is an improvement because if you listen to our first episode on We Real Reels and then listen to our most current,
Yeah.
you can tell the sound quality has gotten so much
Would you
better.
get better mics and stuff?
No, I've just gotten better at doing it. Like,
You know, that's funny because we're both learning this stuff. I mean,
Yes.
I don't have a background in this stuff. We just started like, hey, you want to do a show? And we're like almost celebrating our 5th month of doing this. And yeah, you get better as you learn tricks and watch other people's YouTubes and learn about editing. And I just picked up a Zoom 8-track podcaster thing and the good mics and all that stuff. And so you start learning. I didn't get the $300 Shure mics. Is that what you have?
I've got an R20 something that I got from Bob.
Oh yeah.
He gave me, and he's a podcaster, so he got me a real good.
Well,
mic.
his sound great. His podcast, he sounds like he's a radio guy. You can tell he's a good voice. But yeah, there's some good. I know what I wanted to do. I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to highlight one of our subscribers. And she does comics as well. It's under Pop Cultures. And I'll put a screenshot and a link for her. She does just a really cool take on comics and pulp culture stuff. And I subscribed. I've been watching it. And she starts every show with like she'll have like a popsicle or she'll have like a toy or something. And she's like she's broadcasting. And I'll tell you, it's just fun to watch. She knows her stuff. Check her out. It's really worth watching and subscribe to her channel. I really enjoy it. So it was fun.
Well, that's awesome.
Other than that, hey, it's we're going into Halloween week.
Yeah.
So that's cool stuff. I'm looking forward to Halloween's my favorite.
Yes.
Always my favorite.
I love Christmas.
So anyways, that's it for our show. Thanks for the talk. And don't forget,
keep on collecting.
We'll see you now.